Buongiorno everyone, welcome to the Blackburn review. Newcastle have went through to the fourth round of the FA Cup thanks to a 4-2 win through extra time. It's getting on now, isn't it? Got work in the morning. I am back at work now, your work even earlier.
I know, fucking hell.
Joined by special guest Analogy Andy.
Pleasure to be here.
Not so negative after that one, do they? No, we still feel negative considering we were 2-0 up after 20 minutes and made life difficult.
No, I'm a means to an end bloke in that sense. Win's a win, but going forward, I'm just sort of happy that it's delayed that, well, it's prevented that hot weather training, which I think is farcical. Rewarding failure is a disgrace, so I think even if they lose to Watford, it's denied that, so they don't deserve to hot weather training for defeat.
You made a good point, Al, about how Rafa picked a weakened side to obviously rest players, which then resulted in going the other way, considering we ended up playing, 120 minutes of extra football there.
Yeah, I mean, we played 210 minutes, plus we've getting injuries as a result. Playing the 90 minutes at St James's, like, put a stronger side out, bring people off after an hour or 70 minutes if you're winning. Although St James's hardly a fortress, but you're playing sort of a second tier team that's not the strongest. What run they're on in the championships are relevant, really. You know, just put a side out fit for purpose to win games. We've gotten through the tie, which everyone's happy with, but there's no guarantee that we're going to. I think the pivotal moment for me was Dak's miss.
Definitely
he scores, we lose. He doesn't score, we went on and won, and you know, pretty being comfortable thereafter. But you know, there was no guarantee, and Rafa's taken a massive risk with the tie, and clearly the priorities are elsewhere.
I mean, 3 Geordies on the score sheet tonight. Nice to see Sean Longstaff get a goal after he impressed against Chelsea. Nice to see young Carl Roberts get a goal on his first start. Good finish as well. And obviously up the other end, Adam Armstrong. Respect to him as well. Nice for him not to celebrate.
I think he deserved his ovation. I think he didn't
do
anything at Newcastle, but he seems a quiet lad. You know, he just plays his football, and not to celebrate was respectful. And you know, it was probably nice for him to walk off and get the applause from the team fans.
It's a shame he didn't get more of a chance at Newcastle now, because like, he could have been a good player now, like, especially when we went down the championship a few years ago. Like, I think he should have been given more of an opportunity.
He's still even kind of be our squad player now, considering Oslo was second choice striker, and after that there's no one else.
Well, look at last time we were in the championship. Players that were on their way out, if we'd stayed up, would have probably lost Colaccini, would have lost Andy Carroll. You know, a lot of the players sort of were given an opportunity and extend run the championship. Armstrong wasn't afforded that. He hasn't been so hot lately, but when he was at sort of Coventry and Barnsley, he did okay, and you know, might have done okay in a better side, but probably not. But we'll never know now.
Back of the night, off to a flyer. I can't remember the last time Newcastle scored under a minute.
I know.
Longstaff took the chance, obviously big deflection, but a goal's a goal. It was good on target.
It was about 58 seconds.
And then
22 minutes.
And then obviously Roberts, as I've said, makes it 2 within 20 minutes, but then
by half time it was level.
Half time it was 2-2, and we started the second half a bit brighter. Couple of chances, nothing really, then kind of fizzled out. Was frustrating though, wasn't it? Because you should, if you're 2-0 up, normally we rely on our defence now, don't we? We say if we concede the first goal, we lose the game. But if we score the first goal, we normally get something out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's proved that way in the end, but I think that the nerdy statistician in us wants to ask people, when was the last time we scored a goal inside the first minute, right? To get your brains thinking about that. And when was the last time, even though we've had an additional 30 minutes, when was the last time we scored 4 goals in a game? You know, like, let's just enjoy that, because these are rare feats, to be fair. This season,
everyone was, when I was driving through, I had the radio on, and Ando was saying, like, oh, it's not going to be a classic tonight, is it?
Oh, no.
Why is it on TV and all that? And everyone, I mean, to be fair, you tipped Blackburn extra time, I tipped Newcastle penalties, said it was going to be 1-1.
By all means, it wasn't a fucking classic. Like, I know it's scored 4 goals, but
4-2 is, you'd think it was a classic game, it wasn't. But come on, let's just enjoy 4 goals. When was the last time we got to celebrate 4 times in a game?
The Spanish connection, Joselu with the all important one to make it 3-2, and then Perez wraps it up with a great finish. To be fair, and as I said before, Perez is a substitute. You said Perez
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the modern day Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Perez is going to manage Newcastle one day.
I don't think you said substitute, I think you said he should be destitute, did you not?
Nah, I've always said Perez is better off the bench, running in behind with tired legs.
In fact, so, man, he's done it quite a few times this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, definitely is like.
But no, Surprising, I thought we would get knocked out tonight. I think the desire of the players that played was good, but you know, you still got to play, for me, a stronger team to make certain of things. You know, I think could have went to Blackburn today, like you said, they've just shown the replay again there now, the Dak chance.
That's the same point, isn't it?
He has to score, doesn't he, simply, but...
It's a shame again, like, we had to fucking play an extra 30 minutes, like, the game should have been wrapped up in the first leg at St James. It shouldn't have had to come here tonight, shouldn't have had to go away to Blackburn on a Tuesday night in January. Like, fair play to all the fans that went down there, like must have been a horrible little trip that is.
Keeper's had a stinker there for Hoslu's goal, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's offside now, Hoslu.
Yeah.
It's a great little snapshot by Shea. And Hoslu gets in the rebound, but keeper should have done better.
Well, the interesting thing, the VAR would have probably ruled out 2 of the goals today, and we had VAR in the home game, but you know, you take it. We've had a lot of misfortune this season, so you take what you can get, really.
And that's good finish by Perez for the second goal.
But have you thought, when was the last time we scored inside the first minute, and when was the last time we scored 4 goals?
No idea.
In a game. Did we score 4 goals in any games last season? I mean, my mind's...
Probably not.
No. My mind's
Championship.
We scored 3 against West.
Probably the championship, wasn't it? 4 goals against Norwich and we won 4-3. Come back. That's probably the last thing that first comes to mind. When I first think of within the first minute, it goes back years ago to fucking Shearer. It was against Man City when he scored Dele Alli on.
9 seconds.
Something like that. That's the only thing that comes to mind straight away. I'm sure there's probably another one. But
I think the earliest goal we've gotten in recent years was enough Kabai's against the Macca's. I can't remember an earlier one than that.
Was that in the minute, was it?
And that was so long ago. That was that like 2012 or something, wasn't it? It was something ridiculous.
2-0 up to Man United in the first 10 minutes at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Don't know when the first one was. It was like 4 minutes or something like that.
Well, anything else to say about the night's game then?
Just relief of getting through, but what's going to happen in the next game? Are we going to, you know, what sort of...
I reckon it'll be the same say, because obviously we've got a week's difference then, haven't we? We've got Cardiff this weekend, it's not a full week, so there's no excuse for me to not play a stronger side. Like.
Well, we've said before as well, you know, if I was a Leicester fan, you watched that Leicester game the other day and you think how many, like the 31, 32 points, whatever they are now, you're not going to get relegated clearly. They can't get anywhere near the top 6 or 7, so what, well maybe 7, but the top 6, they're not going to amount to anything. Why not try in the cup? I mean, like, it's the only thing someone like Leicester with the squad they've got, they actually probably could have done well in the cup as well. You know, they could have went far in the competition. Why haven't they tried? Why have they sort of taken a risk to lose? I don't understand it.
And then the teams that can definitely afford to go for it, the teams like Leicester are going to be comfortably top 10 to 14. One thing I have to touch upon in this game tonight has to be Lascelles Gate.
Oh God!
Jamal Lascelles with that pulled hamstring.
It's not what you need.
I've never seen something so. That's the most ridiculous thing since Richard Keys. So it's been a funny week.
Hasn't taken long.
Or since Rio Ferdinand's lip as well, maybe.
But that was outrageous. That one.
Well, to be honest, we should have just had a video footage of us ranting, because that was. You know, you could see, like, when you do your hamstring, you could see he was gone. And he did it in the 47th minute. He got substituted in the 56th minute. You're thinking, what's all that about?
Like, Blackburn had 2 opportunities because of that, because themselves couldn't move properly, like, couldn't close down. Like, he just snapped at one because he couldn't, like, use both legs. Like,
well,
he almost cost 2 goals.
You know, he did that because, to be fair to him, it's admirable that he's still grafting and saying he doesn't want to come off, but it's just pure common sense that he needs to come off, because he's more of a fucking liability than anything good.
You'd have been better with 10 men, because someone would have had his position. He's in the position, like, someone doesn't cover him, and he's like, he can't move. You might have had put a traffic cone there, would have done a better job. You know? I mean, the traffic cone scored in the end in Jocelyn. So. But no, it was, I think, all in all, a satisfactory night, but it could come at a cost if Lascelles is out and we've got other injuries.
Just keep up on BT there, that in the last 10 years, Newcastle's only been in the 4th round. I think it was 3 times or something in the last 10 years.
Okay, now.
Every other time, in the last 10 years, been knocked out in either the 3rd or the 4th round.
Mike Ashley fair.
And let's just say that BT's coverage tonight was shite as well, but...
now we're in the 4th round.
Replays, camera angles, then you got the pundits there, Jenas and Savage, and who the fuck that is.
Fucking Robbie Dingle.
To be fair, I quite like Jake Humphries. He stuck up for Rio, like, kept on putting him down.
But
Jenas got like a North Face on under like a smart jacket.
I think it's just me, didn't he?
What the fuck's you?
Got the fucking snooty on and that.
You look like a gay
Roadman / businessman. But Newcastle through anyway. Let's rejoice. Like you say, let's be happy. 4 goals through to the 4th round.
Yeah.
Name still on the hat. Very winnable game at Watford to progress to the 5th round. Yeah. Obviously, squad dependent, like, but let us know what you think.
Final thought though, you know, whatever team you put out, we've had a lot better teams than this. I remember losing to Luton Town away, you know, when we had, like, under Keegan, when we had a strong side years ago. You can lose games, you can, you know, upsets happen. When we got to the finals, or the final in the late 90s twice, you know, we got favourable draws, you know, like Sheffield United in semi-finals, we had like some decent draws up to there. You've got Wigan that's won the cup, you've got Portugal won the cup, you could almost, you know, have an opinion vote. Would you rather get relegated and win a cup? And I think most fans would say yes, you know, like let's celebrate some success in our lifetime, otherwise it's, you know, there's no hope and there's just misery out there because like staying up, nostrils above water every year. Let's have a go at the cups, you know, and then it might, a bit of form in the cup might sort of have a bit of momentum in the league.
It brings morale and confidence in it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But home form's terrible, so let's, like, you know, get a few home draws, win a few games, and let's get some momentum, you know, a bit of confidence. We've won 4 games in the league all season out of 22. Even the winnable games in the league that people said that we've identified 5 key games. You can't just assume we're going to win these games because we've won 4 out of 22. Let's get some morale, do well in the cup and take that into the league. So,
well, hopefully this helps. Hopefully the change room's in a better mood than it has been for a while. Take it into a must-win game against Cardiff on the weekend. Let me know what you thought about the game. Enjoy yourself.
Hello.